Hello, and thank you for deciding to volunteer with GEDCO's CARES Food Pantry. This video will outline the basics of the food pantry and what you need to know to volunteer at GEDCO. So let's get straight into it. GEDCO has no specific dress code outside of dressing comfortable and work ready. We ask that you wear clothes that are good to move around in and weather appropriate as our doors are constantly opening. We also recommend comfortable closed-toed shoes that you can stand in for the duration of your volunteer shift. Here's a great example of an acceptable outfit. If you haven't visited us already, we are located at 401 Woodburn Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland 21210. We're right off of York Road behind the gas station and easy to find because of our large GEDCO sign we have on our building. Although our back door is open on certain days, we ask that you always enter through the front so you can be accounted for. After entering, you can wave to the receptionist and walk straight back to the food pantry where we have 3 areas you'll be volunteering in. The storage area, the packing area, and the main area. You'll start each shift in the main area where you'll check in with your designated check-in book. We have one for school-based volunteering and another for general volunteering, so make sure you're signing into the correct one. Now, you're ready to start volunteering. During your first couple volunteering experiences, as well as when the pantry is busy, there will always be a supervisor or experienced volunteer there. During those times, just ask where the most need is or just say, "What can I do to help?" However, if you volunteer during the evening, there may not be anyone in the pantry, but just because there's no workers does not mean there's no work. Whenever you're unsure what to do, there are always 5 jobs you can check for: organizing donations, prepping food bags, stocking the packing area, sorting and packing the main room, and assisting clients. Organizing donations. When a person brings in kind donations, it is placed on one of our black carts. If you see a black cart with bags full of various items, they likely need to be sorted and put away in the storage room. Starting one bag at a time, organize each item using the following steps. First, check items for wear and tear. Any items that have been opened or extremely damaged to the point of exposure should be thrown away immediately. However, items that come in bulk or double packaging, as well as items with minor damage that doesn't expose the product, may be exempt from this rule. If you're not sure about the quality of a product, ask an experienced volunteer or supervisor, or just place it back onto the black cart. Do not sort it. After checking for damage, check the expiration date. Anything that is expired or will expire within 2 weeks should be put in the expired crate. If the product is not expired or close to expiring, you can place the product in its correct crate based on the category tags on each bin. Find the category that most closely describes the item you're sorting. Categories change depending on what is donated, so if you're not sure if the product fits a crate, compare it to items that are already in the crate and check other crates to see if there's a better fit. For example, diced tomatoes may go into a canned tomato crate or even a canned fruit crate, but a tomato soup would better fit the soup crate. If you have a specialty item, such as bulk snacks that are not individually wrapped, clothes, medical or first aid kits and tools, or other unique and/or non-single serve items, place it into the specialty item crate or sit it back onto the black cart. After sorting all the items in a bag, sort the bag. If the bag is badly ripped, torn, or unusable, recycle it. But if the bag is reusable, place it on the bag shelf in the packing area. Prepping food bags. To make food bags for our clients, we prepare base food bags that we can add to based on the client's needs. To prepare a food bag, grab a bag from the bag shelf. Make sure it's double bagged so it's sturdy enough to carry a moderate distance. Go down the packing line, putting one item from each crate into the bags unless the cork board says otherwise. Our base food bags change based on what we have, so always consult the cork board for directions. Any crates or containers that have lids should be reclosed after you're done using it to avoid animals. When creating the bags, be sure to keep the heaviest items at the bottom and distribute the weight evenly so the bag is easier to carry and so nothing gets crushed. Place the finished bag horizontally into a clear bin. Each clear bin holds 2 filled bags. When a bin is full, stack the bin onto the pallet in the main area. Each pallet holds about 27 clear bins in total, 3 bins wide, 3 bins long, and 3 bins tall. Do not stack bins any higher as it might impact accessibility to the pallet. Stocking the packing area. If the crates in the packing area are more than 3/4 empty, restock them with food from the storage area. There are a few things to keep in mind when doing this task. First, always consult a director or experienced volunteer before replacing bins. If neither is available, leave a note describing exactly what you did so someone is notified. Also, when grabbing from storage, be sure to grab the items with the earliest expiration date to reduce waste as much as possible. Similarly, when replacing or refilling the crate, make sure you put the older items on top. Assisting with clients. On the selected days we assist our clients, our process goes as follows. First, clients must check in upon arrival. If they are a new client, they must verify their zip code and fill out a new client form. The client then chooses whether they want a pre-made bag or if they want to make their own bag from scratch. A volunteer then helps them customize their bag of choice based on preference and household size. Finally, we give each client 3 free money vouchers that may be used at any local farmers market. Each voucher is worth $3. Please note that during times when clients come into the pantry to pick up food, there will always be a director or experienced volunteer there to assign jobs, direct volunteers, and answer any questions. This training just outlines the basics. You'll get more in-depth instruction and positions during your shift. Sorting and packing the main room. The food cubbies in the main room is for customizing client bags. Just like packing food bags, the clients are allowed to pick 1 item from each cubby unless there are written instructions to do otherwise. The gluten-free and dietary-specific cubbies shouldn't be touched unless explicitly asked for by the client due to preferences and/or diet restrictions and/or allergies. If there are no clients asking for assistance, you can also sort the main room, which includes stocking any cubbies that are low and making sure items that have the earliest expiration dates are at the front of each cubby or put into the expiration container if already expired. Please keep in mind that food pantry jobs and needs are always changing. If an experienced volunteer or director instructs you differently than this video, please follow their instructions. Congrats! You've reached the end of the training video. GEDCO thanks you again for your decision to volunteer with our CARES Food Pantry. Please reach out to your onboarding team to get next steps and to schedule your first volunteering shift.